Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Manspace Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, not saying New Year, new me. He's saying New Year, catch me if you can. The one and only Big Les.
Yo, what up? What up? How you
What's
doing,
up?
bro? You got it, man.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm hanging in there. I'm a little under the weather today,
I
but
can hear that. I can hear some nasalness.
yeah, little nasally,
Yeah.
drippage and stuff like that.
Ooh.
But I'm here for the Manspace Nation.
I'm glad.
I'm here for
I'm
you
glad.
guys. It's because I love interacting with the Manspace Nation.
I'm sure they love interacting with you as well.
Yes.
See?
They do, man.
That's all you can ask
it's all
for in
love.
this world.
It's a love fest,
That's,
and I know
that's it.
that the Manspace Nation is going to make me feel better. So I'm here.
They better. Or we're gonna be some night quilling dudes there.
You're right about that. As soon as we get done, I might be running over to the store to go get some real quick. So,
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Gotta take care of yourself.
yeah, man. Me and Mrs. Russ both sick, boy. So it's like we both came down at the same time. So she's like, hey, should we go to the doctor? I'm like, we got the same symptoms. We both don't need to pay a copay. You go.
For real. And get the meds and we share them.
Right. Just tell them, double them up. We both got the exact same symptoms.
We got the same thing. I don't blame you. I tried to tell my wife that one time. I was like, go get us some drugs. She's like, I ain't doing that. So I had to go do it. I was like, why don't you give me a few extras?
All right.
He cool. He was like, I got you. Yeah.
You love it when your doctor's cool like that,
Yeah. I mean, listen, you've been going to him for years. He knows you, He looking at your chart. He know you ain't in here for, just throw a couple more on there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
One or two,
I get an old lady a couple of them.
There you go. She's gonna ask for it, so help me.
She was in it before I did. I was like, God damn. I was like, this got my name on it. Must have went got them for you here.
Basically.
I just went and got some Theraflu and some and what's that? Them vitamin C packs.
Oh yeah.
Heavy on those, boy.
I've been getting the moringa. I'm on the herbal kick, so I got the golden seal, the echinacea, the moringa, the elderberry.
Yeah,
I'm doing all that. I got the sea moss.
God. You down the whole rabbit hole.
Yeah, man. I'm all over it, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I saw this thing today talking about cloves and putting whole cloves. So I got some tea down here with some whole cloves in it. Yeah, man.
Well, you got to put like onion in it, ginger.
Oh, bro. Somebody was talking about purify your air and put your onion out in the room. And it won't smell. That boy, for the longest time today, all we could smell was onion because I put onions everywhere.
Bro, you get them good funky onions. You know what I mean? The white ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, they run you up out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And now it's gotten to the point I don't think I can smell now at all. So, because my sinuses are a little swollen at the moment. So I can't smell the onion anymore. I got one sitting here on my desk,
So let me ask you, have you ever tried? Yep, there you go. The onion socks.
I did one day.
Did you?
One day.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did it work? How did it turn out?
I could taste onion in my mouth the next morning.
Really?
Yes.
Because that's supposed to pull some of the impurities out
right.
of the pores from your feet.
Yeah. So I even went in as far as getting those detoxifying foot pads.
Yeah.
And trying them, and I put them on and see, first day is like super black, second day is not as black, third day it's like, okay, maybe. And then I always see like the Mythbusters things about them. Like if you just leave them out exposed to air, they're going to change. Like, well,
Yeah.
then again, like if it's like the onion that's detoxifying your air, if you leave it out exposed to air, maybe got some crap in your air that is flowing.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. Got some impurities in your air, so you got to get it clean.
Yeah, because have you seen those like detoxifying foot washes?
I have not. I have not. I
So
need to try.
yeah, it's like a ionic type foot spa, right?
Hmm.
They basically put you in there with this water or whatever, and you're supposed to feel the toxins released from your body, right? And
Mm,
depending on how bad you are, it may be like a light brown to a seriously dark copper brown.
really?
Yes.
For
And
foot,
so
you just put your feet in.
you put your feet in it. Yes.
I
Yeah.
might. Well, I don't know, bro.
I didn't
These,
try it. I
yeah.
didn't try it. I did watch people do it,
Hmm.
but I didn't try it. I got big feet. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna sit there and tell me my foot
You need a
needs to
special
be anything
tub.
and then sit there and and embarrass me. So I'm just like, I'm just not gonna do it.
You're gonna go crossways with yours.
Right. Got me trying to sit Indian style up in this gym.
For real,
Like,
for real.
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna try it, but I'll sit there and watch it. But
Now,
it was
see,
interesting to watch.
now I'd probably stick my feet in there and they turn completely black. I pull my feet out, they be light skin. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I go from brown to yellow in one step. Is this bleach or what?
Yeah,
You're like, what? You was intoxicated, literally.
But the worst part about the whole thing of doing the onion or doing the foot pads at night and the socks, like me, because I sleep with a CPAP.
Yeah.
I drink water throughout the night.
Yeah.
So I typically have to get up and go pee at least once during the night.
Yeah, you're gonna smash them, boy.
Yeah.
So
it's like trying to walk on your heels and everything, trying to get to the bathroom.
Not in the middle of the night. I wouldn't suggest that for nobody.
Yeah, so it's like I thought about, and I actually thought about doing it and just doing it during the day.
Yeah.
While I'm sitting here at my desk because I knew I wasn't leaving the house today.
Yeah.
And I felt like, okay, well maybe I'll just try it during the day, but I didn't get around to it. So
you mess around, have a blooming onion. You got onions coming through your toes
know, right?
like that.
One of my friends who was a nurse was talking about, you just slice the onion, leave it in there to help purify the air, and because and she said one of the things she said was never eat onions that have been sitting out exposed to air once they've been open. You remove the outer layers of skin.
Yeah.
But once they've been open to the core, you don't eat it if it's been sitting out exposed to air. Because it's pulling in all of the toxins. So it makes you kind of right. So it makes you think about like these fast food yes. Yeah. Subway, McDonald's.
That's the first thing that came to my head.
Right. Yeah. Makes you think twice about it, right?
It does. It absolutely does.
And maybe because they got so much business going on that, they don't have enough time to react like that.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
They said how people get sick off these onion recalls is because they've been sitting out.
They've been sitting out. That's crazy. But, we've been on this not eat out mode.
Yeah.
Lately. And we've been doing pretty good. Okay. Today's the 13th day of the new year, but we've been doing it prior to.
Okay.
But we've eaten out once, which was tonight.
Oh, nice.
It's because we had to. No breakfasts, no lunches, no dinners. We've been cooking all of our own meals. And we've been eating in between 12 and 8 p.m.
Okay.
One time.
We were starting the year with every year we do this Daniel fast, and it's everybody from our church. And and people do different variations of it. Some people do it where they don't eat during daylight hours from 8 to 8. They don't eat, or they'll eat like once a day or something like that. But you do some sort of fasting, right? But you have, we started it out, but right before the new year, my wife, she did something and re-injured her shoulder.
Mhm.
So she was on meds. Well, since she's on meds, she's got to eat. Well, I'm
Yes.
like, well, if I got to sit down here and look at you eat, I might as well eat too.
Can't let that happen.
Can't let that
God forbid.
right. We on meds, so we haven't been doing it like we're supposed to.
Not we on meds.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, but
Yeah.
we on meds, baby. We gotta eat.
Right. Hey, you know how men sit there and say we pregnant? Hey, we
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
hey,
we-
I'm just gonna say this. I'm in agreement with you
yeah,
because we against the world, right?
right.
So
There you
whatever
go.
you do, I do. So
There
there
you
you
go.
go. Yeah,
That's it.
man. Look at you. You got me over here. I'm about to tell her we need some ice cream.
I am realizing that I do not need any more ice cream. I have become very lactose, and it's only ice cream that really impacts
Yeah. Well,
me.
lactose.
Yes, because I had bought some the other day, and it was the vanilla with salted caramel.
Oh man.
And
Oh,
it,
that's so
it was
good.
delicious. It was so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then right behind it, wife's like, hey, can you go get this? Okay. I run out. I run to Walmart. I'm walking through Walmart. Oh, gosh.
Hey, Roscoe in there talking to you.
Yeah,
He trying
man.
to get
I'm
up
like,
out of there.
well, I hope we find it. But I did find something in
What'd you find?
Wally World.
What'd you find?
And, let me just go and play the sounder. We haven't done it for the first time this year. We're going to play the sounder.
We haven't.
Food alert. Food alert. The Manspace podcast is talking about food again. Food alert. Food alert.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I saw this social media influencer.
Mm-hmm.
He calls himself Snack Daddy. He does a lot of voiceovers.
Snack Daddy. I've
Yeah,
heard
he
of him
does a lot
before.
of voiceovers and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Stefan Johnson or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he does voiceovers, and he lives in Ohio, right?
Right.
But if you hear his voice is very distinct.
It's very unique. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Snack Daddy.
Yeah, these are snacks. They really
Yeah,
back.
these
Well,
snacks they were. Yeah.
So he found that Patti LaBelle actually had frozen foods.
Really?
And yes. So he tried them. It was like 4 different ones. There was mac and cheese, turkey chili. There was a Cajun chicken pasta, and one other one, and I can't remember what the other one was. Right. So he made them all. He tried them all and rated them. But the one other one I can't remember right now is the one he did not like. So I happened to be walking through Walmart. I saw it in there. So I did not get the one he didn't like. He said the mac and cheese tastes just like Chick-fil-A. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that one. Right. But I did get the other 2. I have not tried them yet.
Okay.
But
okay.
He rated the Cajun chicken pasta and the turkey chili outstanding.
Really?
And so I got both of those. And you can find them at Walmart. By the time we do the show next week, I'll have a full
You'll have them. Yeah. See, I'm not big on I didn't like her sweet potato pies. I don't like the peach cobbler.
Yeah, I don't do peach cobbler at all. I think peach cobbler is the most overrated dish in the history of man.
What?
Yeah, I do not like peach cobbler at all.
Bro. You can't do that.
No.
You can't lump all peach cobblers.
I can't do it. I cannot do it.
You can't?
Mm-mm.
That's one of my top 5, bro. I might get that top 3.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh,
not do it, bro. When I used to love peach cobbler. My grandmother and my mother used to make both of my grandmothers make some outstanding peach cobblers.
Yes.
But my one day went to school, they had us. We used to ride from one side of town to the other to go to
Mhm.
elementary school. Right?
Yeah.
Why they took the kids from the south side of town to drive them all the way up to the north side? We
Mhm.
passed 8 different elementary schools on the way to school, and wonder why these kids don't do well in school, because they tired. They got to get
Yeah.
up so early to get the bus to ride all across town.
Yeah.
But so, and the bus would be packed because my neighborhood was not small. My whole
Mhm.
neighborhood rode
Was on that
this
bus.
bus, right,
Yeah.
to go to the school, right? So we all had to sit 3 to a seat,
Oh God.
going to school, going back, 45-minute ride to and
Yeah.
from, right? So we're
Wow.
coming home, 3 to a seat. We had peach cobbler for lunch that day. The kid in the middle seat,
Threw up.
he threw up. And I looked down because I was like trying to get my feet out the way, right?
Yeah, the peach
I
on that
looked
bad
down. I saw peach cobbler all over the place. The next 3 times that I tried peach cobbler, I threw up all 3 times.
Oh
It,
no.
like, and even into adulthood, I was like, well, it happened to me twice. I'll try it one more time. As an adult, I threw up.
What?
Yes. So I do
Wow.
not eat peach cobbler. Can't do it.
That's like in my top 3, my guy.
No. Mm-mm.
That's top 3 right there.
If you said
I'm having
this is your last meal, I was like, well, sorry,
you
I
did.
ain't gonna do it. I'm just going. I'm just going.
My top 3 is 3 classics, bro. Cheesecake, apple pie, Dutch apple pie.
The Dutch apple pie. Got to
The
do the
Dutch
Dutch,
apple
can't
pie.
do this regular.
Yeah, you gotta have the Dutch, and then peach cobbler.
Mm-mm.
That's my top 3, bro.
Banana pudding, key lime pie are 1 and 2 for me.
No.
I love some a good key lime pie. Yeah.
Now, key lime pie, it makes my 10,
Mm-hmm.
but it ain't my top 3. It ain't my starting 3.
Mm.
I don't even think it. Yeah, it don't make 5.
I'm trying to think of what that pecan pie is still my 3. I love some pecan pie.
No, that stuff too sweet for me,
I love good pecan pie.
bro. I eat pecan pie. I'll start sweating immediately.
Bro,
You can see the sugar crystals forming on my forehead.
Since Thanksgiving, I got like 18 different recipes saved in between Facebook and Instagram on different ways to make it, whether it's a cobbler, whether it's a bars,
Yeah, no. And my other it's that white cake, pineapple, and coconut.
I do like that.
That cake. Oh my God.
I do like that. Wife's allergic to pineapple. So I miss out on so much.
Well, we should get one and split it.
There we go.
I ain't gotta worry about it. My wife goes, she'll be like, that's got coconut on it. She ain't touching it.
Yeah, man.
That cake was one of my favorite cakes as a child. When I went to my grandmother's house and I saw that white cake through that glass cake carrier that you sit up on the old school boy that sit up like a trophy. Got the big heavy glass lid, and I saw that cake in there. I wanted 2-3 slices every day.
Yeah, I do like that, but I would have rather had the German chocolate.
German chocolate depends on who makes it.
Yeah, I've never had a bad German chocolate.
I have.
Now, something else I will skip is red velvet.
I'm not a super big fan of it because it go from spectacular to horrible, real fast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Now, I know that you do like banana pudding because the whole Chessman's and
I do that one. Yeah.
Are you one that will do it with the pudding mix, or are you a scratch fan? Because I've heard people say that the pudding is far more superior, and I'm just like, you're just a person that don't know how to cook if that's the only way you know how to make banana pudding.
Well, the pudding one, with the Chessman cookies,
Hmm.
that goes together, right?
Okay.
Because of the cream cheese and all of that other good stuff, Cool Whip or cream cheese, whatever you put in it to form it up, right? The ones with the bananas, remember those little vanilla
Yeah.
wafers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nilla
that
wafers.
one. Yeah. I mess with that one too.
Yeah.
It might be a close 10, 11, right? But the only problem with that one is if people don't use good, solid banana,
Yeah.
it'll throw it off for me. And
Right.
when the banana get black in the middle,
Hmm.
you got to go, cuz. So that means you can't even put it in the refrigerator long because they turn
Right.
black within like a day or so.
Right.
You got to
Right.
eat that thing.
Unless you, yeah, you got to hit them with a little bit of lemon juice to keep.
Yeah, you got to hit that thing immediately,
Yeah.
hard and fast.
Yeah.
So I used to eat those because my grandma made those too.
Yeah.
She never
Yeah.
made the newer way with the
Right.
pudding.
The pudding.
You-
Yeah.
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 But both of them are
all
good.
I'm all about doing it from scratch, man. And
Yeah.
the pudding way is okay. I'll do it in a pinch. And it's like I've had so many that were bad. So I went to Fayetteville, Georgia,
Hmm.
and we went to a soul food restaurant down there.
Okay.
It's kind of
Okay.
popular in the Atlanta area,
Okay.
but I was in Fayetteville, Georgia. I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant,
Hmm.
but it was a soul food restaurant. There are
Yeah.
multiple of them, and it was in the Fayetteville, Georgia area. So people, if you want to go look and figure out which one this is, you can go look it up. Because I sat there, me and my wife sat there, we got our food, we got different things, even down to the dessert, right? You
Right.
had a full
Right.
meal plus dessert, 2 desserts, $35, right?
Mm.
Okay, cool, right? She got something, I got something, and I felt like Mr. Chime Time. I almost text you, like I was really breaking this down like Chime Time. And I sat there, and
Yeah.
I bit into these ribs and was like, nope,
Nope.
and just threw
Oh.
them down. And,
Oh.
and I'm just like, I could not believe the ribs were bad.
Yeah.
The mac
Yeah.
and cheese was bad. The
Yeah.
cabbage was lighter than me. It was bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, they gotta be able to salvage with the banana pudding. One
Oh, no.
spoonful, dog. I threw it in the trash, dog.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
No.
like, this was awful.
Well, listen,
This,
and telltale signs. If you can't make sides good,
yeah,
more than likely the meats ain't that much better.
yeah, it was awful.
Because
It was an awful experience.
one has to complement the other to
know,
a certain extent.
Right. And,
Yeah.
and it's bad if my wife is never gonna finish her meals, right? When we go, that's why I really don't like eating out. She
Right.
doesn't finish her meals. Or if she does, she
It's a waste of money.
Right.
Mine is the same way.
right.
I'll
Because
just take it home. No, because you're not gonna
Yeah.
eat it.
right.
Yeah.
So
No.
normally, like if she's not here the next day, I'm good.
I
because
eat it.
I'm gonna eat it, right?
Yep.
But if we're both at home, it sits
Yeah.
there because I'm like, okay, she'll get to it. She'll get to it. She'll get to it. And
You don't want to be
goes away.
disrespectful
Right.
and
right.
eat
So I'm
it
trying
because she
right,
may
I'm
want
trying-
it. Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to give her an opportunity to finish. So it goes bad. But she threw away her food too.
Oh no.
It was that
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
She had
Yeah.
the
No.
peach
And
cobbler,
she is. Oh really?
and she said it was bad.
See, yeah. You got to know Mrs. Russ to understand that thing right there. She ain't gonna spend no money on something that she ain't gonna keep or
Right.
eat. So
Right.
you best believe if that was
Yeah.
no good.
Yeah.
So, but here's my problem.
Soul food restaurant, Fayetteville, Georgia. Y'all can look it up.
Yeah,
Figure out which one it is.
here's my problem with not even just soul food restaurants,
Mhm.
just restaurants in general now.
Yeah.
The level of expertise for their food has
Yeah.
decreased so bad since
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Since COVID, bro, restaurants have fallen off. Some of them, I don't even know how to keep their doors open
Right.
The food is horrendous.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't had Bojangles in so long
Yeah.
because
They have.
multiple stores have fallen off.
Yeah.
Not one, but the one that I used to choose that was not even close to me. I used to go out of my way to go to it.
hmm
Has, I mean, it's like they pushed them all to the cliff.
Yeah.
And pushed them over one at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. I will say that I did go to Bojangles the other day. I tried their breakfast bowl.
Uh-huh.
Everything in this breakfast bowl I like.
Yeah. But it was horrible, wasn't it?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible
Yeah.
because they had so much cheese on it and it overpowered everything. And then by the time you got down to the hash browns that were at the bottom, they were soggy.
Soggy. Yeah.
It was awful. It was awful. Awful experience.
If my food is not cooked for me, and this is going to be bad to say, right? If my food is not cooked for me fresh, I pretty much don't want it.
Yeah. So, in my 9 to 5 world, I'm still considered somewhat of an engineer. Right? Networking, design, and telephony, and all that other stuff.
Just smart boot bastard. Go ahead.
Some would say that. Well, I'm at a customer location. And I'm out there helping one of my technicians out, right?
Right.
And so we're switching out equipment, right? So he goes up, he pulls this access point, right? So for those that don't know what an access point is, it's basically a Wi-Fi extender, right?
Exactly.
So he's pulling it off the ceiling. I'm sitting there with my computer. I'm documenting which one he pulls off. Now I'm documenting which one he puts up there. So we have an accurate count of what's where, right? Make sure and everything's named. So I come and I'm sitting there on the floor. And I open the box and I'm looking down at the MAC address and of the old one. And I'm typing it in. And I got this thing in my hand like this. And I'm typing it in. Why this huge spider come crawling up out of the Ethernet port on that thing?
Oh no,
bro! Your fear has been straight unlocked with me.
Don't tell me you broke it. Please don't tell me you threw it.
I did.
Oh no.
All the way down the hallway.
I can see that happening.
Bro. And then I'm like, okay, we got to hurry up because now I'm sitting here and I'm just like,
you got the chills. You're scratching. Yeah.
I'm itching because I don't know if this thing had babies that it came out the box now.
Oh, like, God.
I'm in my head. So all I want to do is get home and take a shower.
Right.
I can't focus anymore. I'm done. It's like fear has been straight unlocked. So fast forward a week later. I'm in the office, right? And the tech who I was helping, I'm sitting in his office, right? And I'm doing some work because there was a lot of people there that day. So I just needed a spot that was empty. He's out in the field. So I'm using his office.
Right.
All the equipment that he brought back is sitting there in his office.
Sitting right there. Yeah.
So I'm pushed a box back. Why I see a spider come up out one of the boxes. Bruh, it's over for me.
No.
I'm not going to the office anymore.
No.
I'm done.
Oh, no.
I can't do it.
The spiders might be coming from your office.
It could be. But this is all the equipment that he brought back from that site that was sitting there.
Well, if it was a new one that had one in it.
No, this is old.
I'm talking about the one when you were at the office and when you were at the customer print.
Yeah, it was an old one that I was documenting.
Oh, it was an old one. Okay,
yeah, he took it down off the wall.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If he got it from the wall.
So he got it from the wall. There was an Ethernet port in it, so the thing was up
in there, living in.
Yes.
I bet he was warm, but he was hungry. Because ain't no bugs going in there.
Bro, I'm sitting there like, I knew one device wasn't working properly.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have them named properly,
Yeah.
I didn't know which one it was. I just know there was one.
It's the one with the spider in it.
Yep.
Spider webs are all in there, interrupting
Yep.
the signal. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, from Tech Tip today.
Yeah.
You make sure
Clean
that
your house. Clean your business.
equipment does not have spiders in it.
Get your spider webs down. Bro, it's a wrap for me. I can't do it.
Hey, man,
Straight
but
wrap.
could you imagine? You know how strong spider webs are now as a
Yes.
human. Could you imagine being an insect and running into one of them?
Oh my God.
That's why they can't get away.
I know.
It's craziness.
Oh,
Man, the world's marvels.
I'm getting chills, bro. Let's go to break. Let's go to break. I'm getting chills. This is messing me up.
It's too much. Too much.
Oh my God. I gotta go take a shower.
I was about to say, go take a shower.
So, big bro.
Yes, sir.
So I was watching the news, and ever since we had the big snowstorm in the southeast, did you see? First of all, did you see all the videos of the hoodness that went on in Atlanta?
In Atlanta? Oh yeah,
Yes.
bro.
Oh,
I loved every moment of it.
I was just like, y'all. All I could say was y'all. I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Hey, them boys had them things out there, spinning them,
Man,
riding. They was doing it up.
did you see the dude that was on the little kayak or something, and he was being pulled behind the car in the snow? He's laying on it, and he's being pulled behind the car like he's doing a bodyboard.
Yeah,
in the snow,
yeah.
and they driving around, and all of a sudden these dogs start chasing him.
Oh my God! No, I didn't see that
And it was
part.
chasing them for blocks,
What?
and they would turn corners, and the dog, and
Dogs
he
is
looked
coming.
back, and the dog's still coming.
Oh my God!
It went on for a while, bro, and I
Yeah.
don't think they ever got rid of the dogs because they finally cut the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but I love to see all them Can-Ams out there, Polarises. They're getting it in, man. They're
But
getting it in.
a lot of them are that Gen Z.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And so I was watching the news, right? And so Prime Video, if you have Prime Video, you have the ability to watch live TV. You can watch news channels from all over the country.
All over the place.
So
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll pick a different spot of the country and watch the news and just see what's going on. Well, on this one day, they were sitting there talking about Gen Zers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was a survey that was done that said 35% of Gen Z do not know how to change a light bulb.
Wait. How many percent?
35%.
What? 35% of
Mhm.
Gen Z did not know how to change a light bulb.
Right. And so they had two other staffers in there, a male and a female.
Mhm.
The male said that he had a car where the tail light was not working,
Mm.
and he couldn't figure out which one of the light bulbs, because there was 3 light bulbs sitting in that one tail light, so he didn't know what to do, so he got rid of the car.
Mm.
Right. The girl said if it's a
I'm
regular
sorry.
light bulb,
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
the girl said if it's a regular light bulb, she can change it. She knows righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yeah.
But outside of a regular light bulb, she can't do it.
Ill-equipped.
Right.
Wow.
So it kind of got me thinking about how well did we equip our children, because our children will be in that Gen Z area.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
That how well did we equip them with the knowledge?
I had to think about that one. The reason being is because I don't think that I did the job my father did with me.
Okay. Yeah.
And here's the reasoning, right? My father was trying to save money.
Okay.
So he made us do things,
Okay.
right, that we weren't trained to do. We learned to do,
Hmm.
right? He might pay somebody one time to do something, but he watching every single step because
Right.
he gonna learn how to do it. And then he put me in there, and I had to learn how to do it. He taught me
Right.
what he knew, right?
Right. Right.
And I didn't like that much.
Hmm.
So I didn't force that on mine. Like
Okay.
my
I get
father
it.
forced it on me.
I
A
get it.
lot of
But see,
things.
yeah,
So I'm to blame for some of it.
I get it. So it's like for me, you know, the child years,
Mhm.
I had little Russ.
Right.
You know, when I talk about my sons are part of my blended family, so they didn't come into the picture. They were grown
They were
when they
adults.
came
Yeah.
into the picture. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, the youngest was 18 when me and the
Yeah.
mom got married. So
Yeah.
um the so little Russ was different because of her being a girl. I did everything, and so
Right.
times when it comes to certain things now, if she doesn't know how to do it, she will call me and say, "Dad, how do I do X, Y, Z?" And
Right.
I'll
Right.
tell her how to do it because she's
Mhm.
adult. She has her own place now.
Mhm.
I'm not. We don't live in the same city, so I can't just run over there and do it for her. So I
Mhm.
have to tell her. So she's way more independent now than
Yeah.
what she would have been. And then a
Mhm.
lot of, even when she went off to college, she went away to college. So she was a couple hours away
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So she was kind of forced into having to learn how to do a lot of things. But for those that, I really never knew because I never paid attention to what the different generations were called, right? So,
Yeah.
so from 28 to 45, 1928 to 45, these are the 80 to 97-year-olds right now.
It's the
This is
boomers, right?
no, that's the silent generations,
The
the
silent.
traditionalists, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They're the 80 to 97-year-olds. That's the presidents,
Gotcha. For
right?
real. For real. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the baby boomers are
Yeah.
1946 to 1964. So that's, it, they have a lot of different experiences because they were coming out of the different
World War
wars and things
Two
like
and
that.
yeah.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had Gen X, which is 65 to 80, 1980. That's the
Dang.
45 to 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you
Yeah.
got your millennials, right?
Hmm.
Millennials in 1981 to 1996. This is 29 to 44. They're known as Generation Y.
Yeah.
The
Why the
millennials.
hell we gotta do this?
Right, right,
Why does that even make sense?
right. So the millennials are the people that came out during the internet boom, right? They're
Yep.
known for valuing experiences, diversity, and work-life balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you go back to Gen X, often called the latchkey kids, right? They grew up in the rise of personal computers, the end of the Cold War, known for independence and skepticism. I think that's me. I'm very skeptic of a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Then you got your Gen Zers, right? The Zoomers,
Mhm.
1997 to 2012, right?
Mm.
These are 13 to 28-year-olds. They're
Yeah.
true digital natives. They haven't grown up with smartphones and social
Yeah.
media. They value inclusivity, mental health awareness, and social activism.
Hmm.
And then you got, the babies, right? The 12 and
Yeah.
unders, right? From
What are they
2013
called?
to today. They are called Generation Alpha. They are
Mm.
typically the children of the millennials, right? They're
Hmm.
expected to grow up in the era of advanced technology or AI and global connectivity.
That is true. That is true.
So
Hey.
when you look at Gen Zers, right, and the Gen Zers, Gen Zers pretty much have had smartphones
Yeah, their
for
whole life.
their whole life.
Their whole life. Their whole life.
Because I think I got my first one. I got my first smartphone in '97. Or not smartphone. I'm not gonna say smartphone. I got my
No,
first cell phone
cell
in
phone.
'97.
I got
Yeah,
mine around that time, 96. Yeah,
yeah,
97. I had a
yeah.
bag phone. Yep.
No, I had mine was from Sprint, but it was a block. That
Yeah.
thing was like this thick, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the Gen Zers were really a part of that internet boom,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because personal computers were really coming out. You
Yeah.
know, I think the
Because Apple,
late '90s
like,
was the time of the Black Planet, the Napsters,
yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff
Yeah.
was coming out during that time frame. Um,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it was a very different time. We were making the change in that time frame from dial up to broadband.
Yep. From cassette to CD.
Yeah. Oh, when did CDs start?
CD started in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Because I remember buying CDs when I was overseas in Europe.
I think I bought my first CD, and I still have it sitting over there across the room.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna tell you the title of it on air.
Boing chicka boing boing. Oh my God. Yeah.
But
Yeah. So somewhere early 90s, late
yeah,
80s, CDs were introduced. I would say 89 to 91. Somewhere in there.
CDs. I'm looking now. When did Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
The
It was
first
earlier than
compact
89.
disc came out in '79. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the first compact
not for
disc came out in
commercial.
'79, but
Not for
the
commercial.
popularity of them was '95 was their big boom.
Yeah.
95.
Well, didn't they have laser disc players back in the day when they had it was like the album style CD? It was like super big where you put movies on. That was way back.
Mm. I'm not sure.
But I don't think they called those compact discs though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't.
Laser disc?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh wow.
I don't remember. I never had one. I was
Yeah.
never that fortunate.
I wasn't
to have
either,
one.
but I saw somebody with one though.
But when you look at it, the practical skills of a Gen Zer, you look at a group that's never written a check.
Wow.
They don't know how to read an analog clock.
Whoa.
For the
Yeah.
most part, the bulk have not done any type of sewing.
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to mend clothes. They'll sit there and mess some clothes up now.
Yes, they will.
They've never used a paper map. Don't know how to drive a stick shift.
Mm.
And landline phone etiquette,
Will
like
never
handling
know
landline calls, taking
Yeah.
messages, using a phone book.
Yeah,
Things
they'll
like
never
that.
know. Yep. Remember using the yellow pages and the white pages?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeez.
And trying to look up everybody with your last name to figure out if they're related to you or not.
Right. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. A white pages was just a book with people's names, addresses, and phone numbers in it.
Yeah.
Look how dangerous that would be in today's world.
Yeah.
Well, Google, look how Google is dangerous in today's world.
Yeah, I mean, you can get all that stuff off Google. I mean, shoot, you can access the county registry and look up somebody's
Yes, you
address.
can. Yes, you can.
mean, Google, if you know
All
an address,
you need to
it
know
will
their
show-
name. Yep,
Yeah,
or
you
address.
can.
Yep.
Yeah, you know the address. You can see what the house looked like and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So, bro, fun fact: we were just talking about compact disc 78.
Yeah.
Well, the laser disc was known as the compact disc
Compact disc.
in 78, and it was about a foot wide.
Okay.
Yep. And it looked just looked like a CD, but it was
Yeah.
a foot wide. It was like an old, record. That's how big
Huh.
it was. Yep.
Wow. It's
Mhm.
like one of the things I've noticed that Gen Zers have come back into is records now. They are a
Yeah.
lot of them are really into records and
Hmm.
stuff. And I've noticed, going into certain stores now, there's
They have
sections
them.
that
They're
are just
starting to sell
selling. Oh, I'm like,
records.
interesting.
It's so interesting because it almost got me. Because I was like,
Right.
I should just get me a record player.
Yeah.
Because you missed that.
Uh-huh.
And then the song will start playing.
Yeah.
But man, my old man had a system, man, that was so delicate. He just had to replace the for the needle. Yeah,
Yeah.
replacing the needle.
The
Don't touch
arm and
my
the needle.
don't touch my
Yeah.
record player. And then you had
Yeah.
to balance the arm,
Hmm.
so it wouldn't bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember all of
man.
that stuff.
I used to go through and sit through Mama Russ's records, man.
Yeah.
She's got a serious collection, and
Yeah.
man, I used to love listening to that stuff. So when I got out on my own, and Mama Russ was in the car with me one day, she was shocked that I
Yeah.
was listening to like Ohio Players and the
Yeah,
Islanders
man.
and the Commodores. Stuff, because
Yeah.
every time she left the house, I was messing with her records. So I was
Yeah.
listening to all Dad's band, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I was
Hey,
all
some of the best songs was on the B side. Boy,
oh my God.
you had to
Right.
flip that record over and play the other side. Oh
Mhm.
man,
Man, I used to love all that music.
I miss my
Love it.
father's collection, man. We
Yeah.
went through some stuff. They went through some stuff, and he lost his collection, but he had a whole wall.
Yeah.
A whole
Mama Russ still
wall.
got reel to reel. I
Yeah,
never knew how to
we
use
had
it.
one. Man,
She still has it.
my father was the pro, bro.
Yeah.
He was
She
a
still
pro.
has it, and she still has her collection.
Yeah.
And the 8-tracks.
Oh God, yeah. My dad and his friends would swap albums, and he would record all the albums on the reel to reel.
Wow.
Right. So we had reel to reel tapes, man. We had the big joints and we had the little joints. You know what I mean?
Man.
That you put on there and you press the fast forward and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
I love that
my
thing,
first
man.
car. My first car. It was my
Yeah.
dad's old car, but they gave it to me, right?
Mhm.
And it was a 1979 Mustang, right?
Dang.
And I remember I wanted to put a tape deck in it, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I couldn't afford a CD player at the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I wanted a tape deck. And I was gonna get like the mini CD player, little the portable CD
Walkman
player,
joint. Yeah.
and then put the tape attachment in there,
In there.
so
Yeah.
I can listen to
Yep.
my CDs that way, right? Because I got the one that didn't skip, the little
Yeah.
non-skip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, this is gonna be perfect. I'll be able to listen to my CD. So I wanted to put a tape deck in there. My dad was like, I got a tape deck. You don't got to spend them, because the one I was gonna get was like $300, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I got one sitting in the garage. You don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So we went out there, and I came out one day, and my dad had put it in the car.
Yeah.
I sat there and I tried to put my tape in.
It was an 8-track.
It was an 8-track player. And then to make it worse, he didn't ground the wires good.
Oh
so I'm
no.
riding, and all of a sudden it starts smoking because I'm on my way to work. And smoke is coming up out my dashboard. And I'm just like, oh my God, my car is on fire, Yeah.
I did my cousin's first radio and I cut some of the wires on the harness.
Oh.
Worst mistake ever. Because the speedometer, you said he started driving, everything was cool at first. Then he started driving, and he said the speedometer would shoot over to 110 and back. Hey, he said his gas tank was waving by to him. He didn't know which way to go. It was just like this the whole time.
Oh man.
He was like,
man.
you got to put everything back. Luckily, I was able to, splice everything back. I could solder and do all that type of stuff. So I did that. 1979 Caprice Classic.
Wow. Bro, we've kind of just talked all the way through this episode, and we really didn't even get into our topic. But I gotta give you the last word, so we gotta do it.
And now, the last word.
Here you go with this stuff, man. Why you gotta give me the last word? You should have the last word.
So Gen Zers, we talked about we wanted to talk about some of the things that they lack and parents not preparing them for a lot of the things. Technology is going to advance. It's going to make things a lot easier. It's going to make things change.
Yeah.
So we can't knock Gen Zers for the things that they can't, but you still got to teach them the basic things in life to be able to function. How to write a checkbook, how to balance your account, little things like that. Just little maintenance routines that you got to be able to teach your children and be able to and help them focus. Technology is great. YouTube is a wonderful thing, but spend time with your children and teach them how to do some stuff. And now that they're, becoming adults, get them off the video games and get them to learn something.
And try to understand cursive.
Ooh, real quick, there is a company here. Mm-hmm. It's one of the historical research centers. They have all these old documents, and they're hiring people to come and translate the stuff because everything is written in cursive.
I saw it on the news,
and that's the one requirement is that you got to be able to read cursive.
Yep. And write it too. Read and write cursive. Yeah, they're hiring.
They're hiring.
But there's a lot of things. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, bro. As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. And now it is time for Story Time with Russ. Once upon a time, in the heart of a bustling forest, there lived two unlikely friends, Russ, the raccoon, and Les, the sloth. Russ was the embodiment of energy, darting around like he had one too many cups of espresso. He prided himself on being the fastest raccoon in the forest, though his speed often led to clumsy accidents. Les, on the other hand, was a slow-moving, slow-talking sloth who always seemed on a permanent coffee break. Despite their differences, the two were inseparable. One day, as they wandered through the woods, they stumbled upon a magnificent golden apple hanging from the highest branch in the tree. A glowing sign nearby read, "To those who reach this apple, endless happiness and bragging rights." Russ's eyes sparkled. "I've got this," he declared, puffing out his chest. He sprinted toward the tree, leapt up on one trunk, and began scrambling up. But in his excitement, he didn't notice the slippery moss on the bark, and with a loud whoosh, he slid right back down and landed in a heap. "Maybe don't rush it," Les said, his voice as slow as syrup. Russ scowled. "It is a matter of speed, not sloughing around. Watch me again." Russ tried again and again and again, and each time he failed. He ended up on the ground, tangled up in the leaves. Finally, Les spoke. "Mind if I give it a go?" Russ laughed. "You? Les, by the time you reach the first branch, we'll both be fossils." But Les ignored him. With deliberate slowness, he began to climb. He grasped each branch with care, pausing now and then to stretch or admire the view. Meanwhile, Russ impatiently circled the tree below. Come on, Les. You're slower than a snail on vacation. Maybe, but I'm still climbing, Les replied, inching higher. Hours passed. Russ had grown tired of pacing around and plopped down to take a nap. When he woke up, he was startled to see Les dangling from the highest branch, holding the golden apple. You did it, Russ exclaimed. His jaw dropped. Les smiled and began his slow descent, and when he reached the ground, he handed Russ the apple. We did it. Russ was confused. What do you mean we? I didn't climb the tree. You didn't give up either, Les explained. You kept trying, and that's what inspired me to try. We both reached our goal in our own way. Russ grinned and thought about it. You're right, Les. We're a pretty good team. Fast or slow, we just keep going. From that day on, Russ learned to temper his speed with patience, and Les learned that slow and steady sometimes needed a push. Together, they taught the forest creatures that whether you zip, zoom, or crawl, the key is never to give up. The moral of the story is, fast or slow, persistence always wins the golden apple.
I swear to you, man. This one had a happy ending. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
Stay persistent.
Stay persistent.
Stay on task.
Yep.
Fast or slow, get to where you need to get to. Learn what you need, the lesson that you need to get while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just keep it rolling.
That's it. I mean, for a lot that we didn't really get into today with the Gen Zers, I mean, It's the generation of cutting corners because everything is so much faster.
This information highway is right here. I tell my wife all the time. I was like, you got a $1,300 computer in your pocket.
Yeah.
Use it.
Use it.
You know,
Use
but we're old school. We still kind of like to look for stuff other ways. You
That's it.
know what I'm saying?
Not everything has to be fast. Persistent is going to win in the end.
That's it, man. Slow and steady.
You're going to get there.
Yeah.
The destination is there. You're just going to get there.
Mm-hmm. Just a matter of
you're
time.
Persistent, right?
That's it. It's just a matter of time. You'll get there too. Stay on task. You'll get there.
That's it. And on that note,
we're out of here.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.